Good morning. We will start session 1 on chapter Rational Numbers, the first chapter of mathematics. So before we understand what are rational numbers, we will understand what are natural numbers. So all counting numbers, when we talk about, that is 1, 2, 3, up to where? Up to infinity, I can say. So all counting numbers are called as natural numbers, and natural numbers are denoted by a capital letter N. So next, when we talk about whole numbers, what are whole numbers? All counting numbers including 0 are termed as whole numbers. That means natural numbers will start from 1, 2 and so on. Whole numbers will start from 0. That means all counting numbers, all natural numbers including 0 are termed as whole numbers. Whole numbers we denote by a capital letter W. Next, we'll start with integers. You have all studied this in your lower classes. So we can say set of numbers, positive and negative natural numbers, or set of negative and positive whole numbers are termed as integers, right? So if you have to recall, we denoted or we represented integers on a number line. How did we denote that? So this is 0. On your left hand side, whatever you read that as negative numbers. On your right hand side, whatever you read them as the positive numbers. So set of positive and negative natural numbers including 0, we term them as integers. Integers are denoted by a capital letter Z. Suppose if I have to only denote the positive integers, I will denote that by Z plus. And if I have to denote only negative integers, I will denote that by letter Z minus. So these are the basic introduction or the basic information before we actually know what are rational numbers. Now let's understand what are rational numbers. So rational numbers, we can say that the number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0, right? I will be again writing this, or I will be writing the definition of this. After that you can write this in your book, or what you can do here is you can pause it, you can pause the video wherever you want and you can write the definition. I'll do one thing, I'll write the correct definition of an integer, rational number. The number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0 are called as rational numbers. It should be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0, right? Such a type of numbers are called as rational numbers. Why Q is not equal to 0? Because if Q is equal to 0, then we cannot define it, correct? Such numbers are called as rational numbers. That means all integers, how we represent it. If we are representing integer in the form of P upon Q, then they are termed as rational numbers. Suppose if I write 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is a rational number expressed in the form of P by Q. So suppose if I write even 2, 2 is also a rational number. Why? Because 2 can be written as 2 by 1, which is again 2. That means 2 also represents a rational number. So we can represent rational number by a letter capital Q. Now I want you all to just make a note of these things. Natural numbers, you can give a side heading and write all counting numbers are called as natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, dot, etc. denoted by capital letter N. All counting numbers. All natural numbers including 0 are termed as whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, dash, dash, dash. You can give it here. Integers. Set of all positive and negative natural numbers with 0, or set of all positive and negative whole numbers are termed as integers. That's enough if you write. If you want, you can also draw a number line. Then actually what is required here is, this is just the basic. This is important here because we are dealing with the chapter rational numbers. So you have to write this. Then write the definition of a rational number. Give 1 or 2 examples of your own. The number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. I'm sorry, one more term I missed here. Where Q not equal to 0 and P and Q are integers. Right? I repeat once again, the number which can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0 and P and Q are integers, are termed as rational numbers. Rational number is denoted by a capital letter Q. Now, in this chapter, we are also dealing with the properties of the numbers with respect to natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. What are the properties which will satisfy? Properties of mathematical operation, that is whether addition is satisfied, or multiplication is satisfied, subtraction and division, with respect to what properties are satisfied, that we will be discussing in this chapter. So these are the list of properties of rational numbers which we will be doing it. The properties are closure property, commutative property, associative property, the role of 0 and the role of 1, which is nothing but an identity element, the negative of a number and reciprocal of a number, which is nothing called as an inverse, and last one, distributive property of multiplication over addition. So we are going to use these property against natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. We will see that which of these properties will satisfy the mathematical operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We will try out the properties one by one. So now I will not be repeating it again and again. Whatever is written on the board, you are supposed to write that in your writing material, right? So first, what I have written about the definitions. Yes, at the end of the video, I will also give the definitions of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. So this, as and when I write it on the board, you are supposed to make a note of it by just pausing the video there. So I have chosen the first property to prove here for natural numbers for all 4 mathematical operations. So I have written here something which I will read that. This is for every AB belongs to N. N stands for natural number. For every AB belongs to natural number, there exists, this is a symbol for there exists, A star B. What is this A star B? Now star stands here for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. There exists A star B is equal to C, which belongs to natural number. So you will understand as and when I do that, or you can just say that this is the format for writing closure property, right? Closure property tells us that for every A and B will stand for what? Natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any numbers which belongs to natural number. There exists A star B. It could be A plus B. If I add 2 plus 3, what do I get? I get 5. So 2 plus 3, I get 5. Will 5 belong to natural number? Yes, it belongs to natural number. So remember, whenever we are writing the property here, we are supposed to write the rule first. For every A B belongs to natural number, there exists A star B is equal to C, which also belongs to natural number. This is the rule for closure property. Now let us see, will this rule to which all mathematical operation it will satisfy. Satisfy with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. We will check here. First we will check with addition. So you can choose one particular number for everything. That will be very easy for you. Let me write here. So what do you want to choose? Let A is equal to 3 and B is equal to what shall I take? Shall I take 5? Okay, I will take 5 here. Any number we can choose. First I will check with addition. So already I have chosen A and B. So our work becomes very easy here. So numbers according to this is A plus B, that is nothing but 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. 8 belongs to natural number. Is that true? Yes. So we will write here addition property satisfies. Right? So addition property satisfies the closure property of natural number. This is the first one. Now let me check with subtraction. So for subtraction again, I already have numbers chosen here. So it has to be A minus B. So this is nothing but A is 3 here. 3 minus 5. What do I get 3 minus 5? I get 2. I get minus 2. Correct? Greater the sign, that number we add. We have all done this with in your previous classes. In case if this was 5 minus 3, answer would be 2. Whatever is the sign, we subtract it. Greater the number sign, we use it here. Correct? So this is minus 2. Does minus 2 belong to natural number? It does not belong to natural number. But if I had chosen other set of number, in case if I had chosen A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 3, right? Would this condition satisfy there? Of course, yes. The condition would satisfy. But our aim is to satisfy all set of number. See here, first one. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 3 is also 8. Any number if I add, I will get a natural number only again. But in case of subtraction, if I take a bigger number for subtraction, I have to use that sign where negative numbers do not include in natural number. Correct? So it is the type of number you take, but you should know that it should satisfy with all the numbers. So I will write here subtraction does not hold good in closure property for natural numbers. You can make it as short as possible. Subtraction does not hold good. Now see here, in examination they will not ask you to prove these properties. It might be asked as a 1-mark question in MCQs of fill in the blanks, right? Or true or false. But to know that, you should know the background behind this. That is why we are solving this. Okay, let's go to multiplication now. Multiplication. So multiplication will come as A into B. That implies, what do we get? 3 into 5, I get 15. That belongs to natural number. Correct? 5 3s are 15, 3 5s are 15. So I can write here multiplication satisfies. Multiplication property satisfies. Right? Now the last property is division. I have to check. Now A into B, that is A divided by B, which is nothing but 3 divided by 5. Now 3 divided by 5, do I get the answer? I actually get that in decimal, right? So if I divide, how much do I get? Right? I get 0.6. 0.6 does not belong to rational, does not belong to natural number. Now again it depends. You had chosen the numbers in such a way that it was 10 and 2. So if you divide 10 by 2, you get the answer 5. The quotient is 5 there, remainder is 0. But here the numbers are not 10 and 2, the numbers are 3 and 5. That means it has to satisfy all the set of numbers. That means 0.6 does not belong to rational, does not belong to natural number. So I can say division does not hold good, or division does not satisfy. Either of the one you can write it. So these are the properties. So from this we can just conclude that closure property for natural numbers holds good only for addition and multiplication. It does not hold good for subtraction and division. I again repeat, you have to write this as a tabular column with all what I have written. Now we have done this closure property for natural numbers. Now next I will be doing commutative property for natural numbers, associative property for natural numbers, and distributive property for natural numbers. Similarly, we will be doing closure for whole numbers, commutative, associative, distributive. Integers again all 4, rational numbers again all 4. See, it is going to be the all repetition. So what we will do here is, you have understood one property. We will finish for natural numbers all 4 property by writing it like this. Remaining property, we will just fill that as a tabular column because it is more or less going to be the same calculation, right? So you make a note of this. We will start with now commutative property of natural numbers. So let's start with the commutative property for natural numbers. For every AB belongs to natural number, there exists A star B is equal to B star A is equal to C. That means if I use the operation of addition, multiplication, subtraction and division of two numbers, if I just interchange the numbers, I still get the same answer, and that belongs to natural numbers. So let's stick to the same numbers here. Let A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 5. That doesn't make any difference to us, right? Let's quickly check with these properties now. Addition. So addition I have to apply here. A plus B should be equal to B plus A, correct? That implies A is what here? 3 plus 5 should be equal to 5 plus 3. 3 plus 5 is 8 and 5 plus 3 is also 8. Does it satisfy? Yes. I'll just put a tick mark now. It's understood. So addition property satisfies, correct? Let's check with subtraction. What subtraction tell us? A minus B should be equal to B minus A. So this implies 3 minus 5 should be equal to 5 minus 3, right? What is 3 minus 5? Minus 2. What is 5 minus 3? 2. Are they equal? No. They are not equal. But according to rule, they had to be equal. Since they are not equal, so subtraction property does not hold good for natural numbers. Multiplication we'll check now. A into B is equal to B into A. This implies A stands for 3 into 5 should be equal to 5 into 3. So 3 5s is 15. That is equal to 15. Satisfies? Yes. Multiplication property satisfies. Let's quickly check with division. A divided by B should be equal to B divided by A. So here if you check, so 5 should be equal to 5 divided by 3. Do you think they are equal? No, it cannot be equal. Because again when you divide it, this you will get in terms of 0.6, this you will get in terms of 1 point something again, which is not equal. This shows that division does not hold good. So, commutative property of natural numbers, that is for every AB belongs to N, A star B should be equal to B star A. To what answer we get, that is belonging to natural number, what numbers we have chosen, it satisfies only addition and multiplication. It does not satisfy subtraction and division. We understood here, right? Now see here children, I have chosen the numbers which will not satisfy to make you all know. Suppose if I choose a different type of number where subtraction holds good and division though will not hold good, that is for true. But this might hold good if I choose a type of number. But here you should know that for any set of given number, it should satisfy. So we have used such numbers only. So this is for commutative property of natural numbers. So the next one, we will check for associative property of natural numbers. So now let's check the associative property for natural numbers. Associative property, we always require 3 numbers here. So what I have given here is, for every ABC belongs to natural number, there exists A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. But how is it? All are A star B star C only here? Yes, there's a thing what we do here is, we apply the bracket, right? See here, we write A star B star C, same thing we have written here. For the first, I have chosen bracket for B and C. For the second, I will choose the bracket for A and B. Now why like this? I can also choose like this. And here I can choose like this. Nothing matters, everything is the same, either this or that. Correct? A star B star C is equal to D. One answer that belongs to natural number. So let's use this property to prove here. For A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 2. Shall we take this? Simple numbers we will take so that it is easy for us to add, subtract, divide and multiply. Okay. So first one, addition property if we have to choose here. So I will write, first always remember, write A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Always write in this manner. Then apply brackets. According to the rule here, brackets are here. According to the rule, brackets are here. Correct? It's very easy for you. Now substitute the numbers. A is 3. B is 5. Please use the bracket. Plus C is 2. That is equal to A is 3 plus B is 5 plus 2. Now according to the rule, since it is addition it does not matter, but still always remember, according to the rule, whenever we have a bracket, we use a kind of a rule called as a BODMAS rule. We use this further in this chapter, but always brackets are to be simplified first and then the other number. But here all are same sign, it does not matter. But still, rule wise, we are always supposed to simplify the brackets and then the other symbols. Where B stands for bracket, O stands for off, I'll teach you that while solving sum. D stands for division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. That means when we are dealing with a type of a numerical where it includes all the sign along with brackets, we are supposed to first touch the brackets followed by off, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So here rule wise first I have to touch the brackets. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 2. So this is equal to, I'll just rub this because it might require some extra space. So 3 as it is, 5 plus 2 is 7, 8 plus 2 is 10 is equal to 10, correct? So addition property is satisfying. Subtraction, So we know that subtraction will not be satisfied, but still let us do that. As I had told you, we are solving in detail for natural numbers all the properties. Later, for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers, we will only have a tabular column wherein we know the rule and we will just go with the tick mark, either yes or no. That becomes very easy. So subtraction, again you know that what you have to do. A minus B minus C is equal to A minus B minus C. Always apply this rule. Now, according to your formula, what you have written, apply the brackets. Brackets for first two and brackets for last two. Correct? Use the numbers. So, this is 3 minus 5 minus 2 should be equal to 3 minus 5 minus 2. Now 3 minus 5 is minus 2 is equal to 3 minus, as it is here, 5 minus 2 is 3. So minus 2 is minus 4 is not equal to 0. See, I have written 3 as it is, minus sign as it is, 5 minus 2 is 3 I have written. Okay, both the numbers are not equal. So I will write here belongs to n, does not belong to n, does not satisfy. Now the next is multiplication. So multiplication, what I have to do here? A into B into C, brackets for A and B is equal to again A into B into C, brackets for B and C. A stands for 3 into 5 into 2 should be equal to 3 into 5 into 2, right? 5 3s are 15 into 2 should be equal to 5 2s are 10. 15 2s are 30, 3 10s are 30, belongs to n. It satisfies. The last property is for division. Since I do not have space, I will be deleting the first one. I want you all to copy down this addition so that I can delete this and I can start with division here. You can just pause the video and copy down this one part. You can as well do it on your own because it is very simple. Let's check the last property, that is, I'll do one thing. I'll only rub the sign. It is easy for me to calculate, right? Since we know that division does not hold good for natural numbers under associative property. So this is division. So for division, if I have to check A divided by B divided by C. So this is 3 divided by 5 divided by 2, 3 divided by 2. Now what I suggest you here is, anyhow it is not going to be equal. So still if you write here 3 divided by 5 divided by 2 means it will come reciprocal. So directly you can say here it does not belong. Because when we divide 3 divided by 5, that divided by 2, you are going to get a different answer from 3 divided by this 5 divided by 2. Numbers answers are going to be different. So directly you can say it does not satisfy and you can say no. And again I am telling you, properties will not be asked. It will be only asked for MCQs or objective style, wherein you have to know the rule whether it satisfies or does not satisfy. So we are left out with the last property, that is distributive property. Distributive property for natural numbers. The last one, distributive property of natural numbers. Now distributive property, when we talk about, we do not check that for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, because it's a distributive property of multiplication over addition only. We are going to satisfy this for distributive property of multiplication over addition. We are going to prove it, right? So that's only for multiplication over addition. I have chosen the same numbers A, B and C. So So it's a property over I'll not write anything here. It is for, anyways, the formula itself is here. Let's directly start and I'll just write here A into B plus C should be equal to AB plus AC. How is it? A multiplied by B is A into B, AB, plus sign as it is here. A multiplied into C is AC, A into C. So it is AB plus AC. A multiplied with B, if you want, I can even write it as A multiplied by B, A into B, plus sign A into C. It is like this. Okay. So let's substitute the value. We are going to prove LHS is equal to RHS here. Let's do that. A value is 3 into B plus C. B is 5 and C is 2. This is equal to A, that is 3 into B is 5 plus where A is 3 into C is 2. Now see here. There is a multiplication and there is a bracket over addition. That means according to BODMAS rule, I have to first touch the brackets. I'll keep this 3 as it is into 5 plus 2 is what? 5, 6, 7. You can remove the bracket now. Is equal to 3 5s are. Now here, can I first add 5 plus 3? No, I cannot add because if I apply the BODMAS rule here BODMAS rule is applied because the bracket is here. There are no brackets, so we only apply DMAS rule. That is, if you have a division in the given equation, touch division first, then multiplication, addition, and at the last subtraction. That means I need to first touch these two, and then use the addition. Multiplication first. 3 5s are 15 plus as it is 3 2s are 6. Very clear on this? Be very careful. Now see here, sometimes while writing on the board I underline with something. That's only because you have to understand what are we applying here. You can also have a pencil in your hand. Underline this because today when you are solving it, you know what you are doing. Here in the bracket you can write what rule is applied. Tomorrow when you are revising the same concept, you might not recall why did you do this. So if you always underline, write something, we find that you will remember the concept very well. So 7 3s are 21. 15 plus 6, 21. So 21 is equal to 21. Satisfied? Distributive property of multiplication over addition for natural numbers is satisfied for the given property. So here it's the only one property what we satisfy this. Similar thing we use it for whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. So today's class what we will do is, since it's our first class, we will only do the properties of natural numbers. That is, for natural numbers we did closure property, commutative property, associative property and distributive property of multiplication over addition we completed. Now tomorrow's class what I will do is, we will finish all the other properties, that is of whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. But we will not be solving it. We will only draw a tabular column and we'll go on putting a tick mark either yes or no, so that we will understand this. So to write, if you only complete the today's session and if you attend the today's session, then tomorrow's session will be easy for you. As and when we are teaching, similarly, I want you all to make a note in the notebook very neatly. So, in today's session, if you have any doubt, you can call on the same day of the video sent. I again repeat, when you start writing in your notebook, first write down all the definitions. Definitions are also given at the end of the video for natural numbers, whole numbers and rational numbers. Then you can start with the properties as I have started in the class by drawing a tabular column, right? So that it will be easy for you to again write it and understand that for the next class. Any doubt in this, you can call and confirm on the same day of the video set. Thank you.